Hey, everybody. Hello, it's Carmela here, and it's time for our weekly CEO mindset, a time where we get together and just talk about the differences of what it means to be an entrepreneur versus, an employee. Because a lot of times we walk into entrepreneurship with the exact same mindset that we had as an employee, and it is totally different. So it's real important for us to just kind of take those things in bite-sized pieces. So our weekly time together, it's just another tip or another suggestion, another perspective as you begin and as you continue to build your business. So I wanted to make sure that that I be consistent with you and come on. Typically, I do these on Wednesdays. So today is Thursday, but you have my word that once a week we will spend some time together diving into our businesses and some of the things that we may struggle with. So when you come on, say hello, make sure you share the video, tag another business owner in it. Let me tell you something about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship can be lonely because sometimes you don't know who to trust. Sometimes you don't know who to go to for advice. You don't know who to go to for support. Um, it can be lonely. It don't have to be, but it can be. And so we've created a group called the Training Room for Hungry Entrepreneurs in Facebook. And I go live in that group as well once a week. So if you're looking for a place to connect with other entrepreneurs, you should jump on and make sure you connect with us inside the group so that we could get to know each other, so that we could support each other. And tonight I'm going to be giving away a free coaching session to a couple of people who did a challenge that we had a couple of weeks ago inside the group. And so today's topic is what I got here. Okay, here we go. I'm working multiple devices. Here we go here. All right, so I just wanted to say hey to everybody, and I was testing to make sure that the comments would be coming up. So when y'all jump on, make sure you say hello. Hey, Tina, there you go. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. Today's topic is people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. That is a powerful statement. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Now let's dig into that real quick on today. Just give me 10 minutes. I just want to share this with you. And this was a quote by Simon Sinek. His last name is spelled Sinek. I enjoy Simon. I have his books. Let me tell you something before we get into this. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, leaders are readers. You have to read. You got to find out what's going on, see what's already been put in place. You have to have your own system for personal growth and development. And Simon Sinek is one of those people that I connect with for my own personal growth and development. All right, so listen, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. If you join a business, a lot of times you will hear the question asked, why? Know your why, especially in multi-level marketing businesses. We're really big on making sure that people don't just jump into something and they have the shiny object syndrome and they're jumping from one thing to another. If you can attach your why to why you're doing something, when you start a new business, when you expand, when you get a new business partner, why did you do that? Why did you make that decision? It makes it real, and you're not as likely to quit if your why is real enough, if your why is deep enough. So sometimes you got to ask why like 5 times, right? Why did you start that business? Because I want to help my family. Why do you want to help your family? Because I want to break, I want to show my children that they don't have to just work for somebody else the rest of their life, that we can break generational poverty. Okay, why do you want to break generational poverty? I'm talking about me, right? Because I saw my grandmother, who was a sharecropper, who traveled with the seasons and worked other people's farms, but when she left here debt free. Okay, so why is that important to you? That you show them that they can leave here and everything be debt free. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And then I know what my why is, but you got to be willing to answer that question for yourself. And then once you're able to answer that question for yourself, now you have your story, so to speak. People buy into you. They buy into what it is that you bring to the table. They know, like, and trust you as the individual. And so whenever you start a business, you start a new idea, you're doing something, they want to know your story. They want you to let them in. They don't want it to just be, especially when you build. Now, I'm not talking about, so you have established businesses like Walmart. Walmart is a brand, it has a reputation and things like that. Now, Walmart is not my competition, and Walmart is probably not your competition. So that's not who you should be, looking at. But once you get your brand built, people will buy it just because of the name. But I'm talking to new entrepreneurs who are trying to get yourself established. And when you're trying to get yourself established, people want to know your story. They want to know who you are. They want to know why you're doing what you're doing. Usually we're doing what we're doing because it could have been a pain point for us personally. And when you identify that pain point, guess what's going to happen? Now it's going to connect with somebody else. And when you connect with somebody else on why you're doing what you do, then it changes the game. They come to you and they connect with you because of your story. You have to train your mind to see beyond what you see. Listen at this story. If you were to see something that you want, let me give you this. If I say, last time I used that yellow, I'm gonna use it again. So if I say I want this yellow paint, and we need to go to the store and get this yellow paint, maybe I usually buy it, but they're giving it away free today, right? They're giving away the free yellow paint that I always need. And my friend says, no, the line's going to be too long. And I say, but the paint that I buy anyway is going to be free. So I need to go and get it because it's free. But my partner says, but the line's going to be too long. All I can see is what I want. And all they can see is what's blocking what they want. What you have to do is train your mind to see what it is that you want. Now, you could walk up. What if I was to just walk up to the front of the line, stick my hand over, and just pull out the yellow paint that I want and walk off? Nobody's going to get mad as long as I'm not denying them, as long as I'm not delaying them. I'm not in anybody else's way. They can still get their paint. The only thing that I gave up was maybe I didn't get to choose the size of my paint. I just had to get what I could get because I went to the front of the line and just grabbed what I wanted. And so what is the point that I'm making? The point that I'm making is you got to train your mind to see what it is that you want and not focus on the obstacles or the perceived obstacles that can stand in your way. People buy from you people buy from you because of your why. You got to connect with them. You got to tell your story. You got to tell the story of how you went to, you broke the line. The line, people standing in line 6 hours, and you just walked to the front of the line and just grabbed one because they were free. You didn't deny anybody else. I heard another story about these people that were standing in line at this airport, and the line was really, really long. They all had to go through here. There was another line beside them, and nobody was in that line. The guy got out of the long line and started walking up the empty line, and people was like, that line ain't open. Ain't nobody over there. That line ain't open. He said, well, I'm going to try anyway. That line's not open. I'm going to try anyway. That line's not open. So as he's walking past all these people with his luggage, they're saying that line ain't open. He said, I'm going to go up here and try anyway. He gets to the front, and guess what happens? The line was open. He was the first one in the line. What am I saying? It's all about perspective. Don't look at what the problem could be. You got to be willing to try anyway. And when you do try and when you do succeed, now you've added to your story. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. You have to tell your story. You have to tell how, if you're trying to um, break generational poverty in your family, share the small wins. Share how you were able to pay off your car. Share how you were able to pay for your kids' college. See, people may buy into the business with you, not because of the business, but because of why you're doing the business, because they have seen how it's been successful for you. For the people who are in the business for the wrong reasons, if they're in the business just for money, or if they're in the business just because their mama in the business, they're in the business just because their sister in the business, they're not in it with a strong enough why. They're not connected. The business is not, here's the word I needed. The business is not connected to any purpose. They find it easy to walk away. When you connect your business to purpose, you don't quit so easily, because you're not looking at just the results of today. You're not looking at just the results of this year. You're not looking at just the results of last year. You're looking far down the road, because you understand that this business is connected to a purpose, and this is a journey. It is a process. You'll have highs and you'll have lows, but in the end, it will all be worth it, because when you leave here, you're going to leave a legacy of generational wealth. You're going to leave something that you can leave to your children. You're going to leave debt free. You have had this business. That's just me talking, right? You know what your purpose is. You have to tie your business to a purpose. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This works whether it's a product-based business or whether it's a service-based business. So one of the tips I gave you was, you have to train your mind. Train your mind to see the solution. Don't worry if it looks like you're going to have to wait in line 6 hours. It looks like this is going to be hard. And so you don't even try, because it looks like it's going to be hard. A lot of times, y'all, we talk ourselves out of the blessing that could help our business. I was telling somebody, one of my clients, about the EIDL grant, for instance, for small business owners. I know I told her in 2020, but she talked herself out of it. Now, she did get it and get approved for it and everything, and she has a legitimate business. That's not for somebody who don't have a business, but she has a legit business, and everything worked out this year. But guess what? She did the same thing I did, because when it came out in the first go round, I said, no, I'm not trying to get that no money from the federal government. I'm not trying to do any of that, because this could happen, that could happen. All this stuff, I talked myself right out of it. And I watched legitimate business owners that I know who've been in business 25, 30 years. They were able to get these grants. And when it came around the second time, somebody sent me a message like 10 o'clock that night and says the grant is open again. The second time, I was not going to miss it. I was not going to miss it. I said, you know what? I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to stay up tonight until this thing is submitted. And then it took me 30 minutes to do it. I had wasted all that time. We would say hemming and hawing. I had wasted all that time. You know what it really was? It was fear. We allow fear to talk us out of moving forward in our business. But you got to remember, you got to go forward. You got to try new things. You got to take healthy risks. You got to train your mind to see the solution, because people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. And as you're going forward and as you're building your business, you are also creating your business story, and share that with somebody, because somebody else is having the same story, and you're going to connect with somebody. It's going to resonate with somebody. Excuse me. And they may end up being not only a customer, but a customer for life, a repeat customer for life. The last thing I want to tell you to do is be authentic. Be authentic, because people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. Be authentic. Be yourself. If your passion is children, then that's what you talk about. That's who you serve. Maybe your business is this, and the profit from this business helps to fund your outreach efforts. Share that. Be honest with people. If you like music, figure out a way to incorporate that into what it is that you do. You figure out a way to be you figure out a way to allow your passion to shine through. I don't know why we don't think that it's okay for us to be passionate about our businesses. You should be. You should be passionate about your business. Most of us are, as entrepreneurs, we love what it is we do. And if we didn't have a mortgage to pay, we would do it for free. It's okay to share that passion. Let me share with you about what Troy and I are doing. So Troy and I are launching a couples academy. This couples academy, this couples academy is not just because we don't have anything else to do. We live full lives. We have children, we have grandchildren, we're pastors, we're community leaders. Um, we volunteer. He's a chaplain. He works outside the home. I run our business. Listen, we run full lives. The reason we do the couples academy is because we were laughing about this last night. We run an organization together. Do you know how long it took us to identify his lane and identify my lane so that we weren't getting on each other's nerves? Do you know how long? And we have an amazing marriage, but I'm talking about business. I'm talking about how we running our business together. And my personality is this way. And I'm like, you need to be working. And he like, I don't need to be working. I need to take a break. Because if I can rest, then I can be more effective. I'm like, no, you just need to keep working, and why you didn't do this and why you didn't do that. And we had to come to a place where we could outline his responsibilities, outline my responsibility. And then I needed to be able to stay in my lane and he needed to stay in his lane. And then we figure out how to come together and make things better as a couple. What else do we have to figure out? We had to figure out how not to talk about business in the bedroom. We had to figure out how to not talk about business in the family room. We had to figure out how not to always be talking about business when we go over to mama's house and we're having family dinner. We had to figure out how to run our business, how to run our organization as a couple in a healthy, meaningful way. That's why we're building the Couplepreneurs Academy. There are couples out there just like us, where one may be in the business full time and the other one is providing a support role. You don't consider them as a part of your business? You should. They are a very real part of your business. Even if they're not physically hands on, they provide support for you. They're providing finances. What do you need? They're having your staff meetings with you. They're your sounding board. They're your safe place. You have to be able to come together as husband and wife and figure out how to run your business in a way that does not take away from the rest of your family. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. There are other couples out there that's trying to figure out how to work together, trying to figure out how to run ministry together, and are clashing, and there is no rule book. There's nobody out there helping us. There was nobody out there helping us try to figure it out. They would say things like, just keep it, you're gonna figure it out, keep going, you're gonna figure it out. And I would say, but if you could give me some insight, we can figure this thing out a little bit quicker. People don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. Each one of you have a story about your business. Share that with your customers. Not to share it all at one time, but those things that you're passionate about, share it. It's Women's History Month. So every time I go live in my product-based business, I'm sharing facts about Women's History Month. It's something that I'm really passionate about. And International Women's Day. I mean, this is an amazing month for me personally, right? And so I'm excited about the month of March 2021. And so when I'm going live and I'm showing products and I'm doing different things, but I'm also sharing the thing that I'm passionate about. And guess what it did? It helps keep the nerves at bay. It makes me want to get on there because we got something to talk about today. And so you got to figure out how to share your story, how to connect with people, how to be authentically you, and how to train your mind so that you can be successful in your business. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.